Vinyl is having a moment that shows no sign of stopping. Record sales have been climbing for over a decade, new pressing plants are opening, and artists from every genre are releasing music on wax again. If you have been thinking about getting into vinyl, right now is genuinely one of the best times to start. But here is the problem. Walk into any electronics store or open Amazon and search for a turntable, and you are immediately confronted with dozens of options ranging from $60 to $600, all making roughly the same promises on the box. Some of them will ruin your records. Some of them will frustrate you into quitting vinyl entirely, and a few of them are genuinely excellent machines that will last you a decade and sound better than anything you have ever played music through at home. I went through the real independent test data, the reviews from certified audio journalists who have spent careers listening to vinyl, and the long-term ownership reports from the vinyl community. These are the 5 budget and entry-level turntables that are actually worth your money, ranked from 5 to 1.
Number 5. Crosley C6, the best budget turntable for buyers who want to upgrade later. Starting at number 5, the Crosley C6, and before anyone dismisses this because it has the Crosley name on it, I want to be clear about something. The C6 is not the toy-grade Crosley suitcase player that the vinyl community rightfully criticizes for damaging records. The C6 is a legitimately designed belt-drive turntable that competes with Audio-Technica and Sony at similar price points and wins in one specific and important area. It comes in at around $160 to $180, and the master switch specifically noted that it sounds much better than the AT-LP60X, despite costing a little more, describing the audio as offering more subtlety and dynamic range, particularly for listeners who enjoy classical music, soundtracks, and recordings with wide dynamic variation. The C6 uses a standard half-inch cartridge mount, which is the upgrade path that separates serious entry-level machines from sealed system budget players. This means when you are ready to improve your sound without buying a whole new turntable, you simply replace the cartridge. A $40 cartridge upgrade on the C6 produces a meaningful improvement in detail and tracking accuracy. Most competing machines at this price point have cartridges that are permanently integrated into the tone arm assembly, locking you into the factory sound forever. The built-in phono preamp allows direct connection to powered speakers or amplifiers without a dedicated phono stage, which keeps the total setup cost accessible. A dust cover is included, and the overall build quality is better than most people expect from Crosley at this price. The honest limitations are straightforward. The tone arm requires some manual setup before use, which is more involved than the fully automatic competitors on this list. The entry-level stylus that ships with the C6 is functional but not the strongest performer at this price, and swapping it is the first upgrade most owners make. But as the most upgradable machine on this list at the lowest price point, the C6 is the right starting point for the buyer who wants to grow with their setup over time.
Number 4. Denon DP-29F, the best fully automatic budget turntable for casual listeners. At number 4, the Denon DP-29F. And this machine earns its position through a specific quality that no other turntable at this price delivers from a brand with Denon's audio heritage. It is a fully automatic turntable, meaning the tone arm positions itself at the start of the record when you press play and returns itself automatically at the end of the side, from a company that has been building serious audio equipment for over a century. It comes in at around $150 to $170, and it sits in a unique position in this category. Every other fully automatic turntable at this price comes from Audio-Technica or Sony, both of which are excellent options, but the Denon name carries genuine audio engineering credibility that matters to buyers who grew up with Denon receivers and components in their home systems. The fully automatic operation is the defining feature for a specific type of listener. If you are someone who puts a record on, sits back, and wants the machine to handle everything, including lifting the needle at the end so you do not accidentally let the stylus drag in the runout groove, the DP-29F delivers that experience with Denon's reliability behind it. The built-in phono preamp handles direct connection to any amplifier or powered speaker system without a separate phono stage. The drive mechanism is belt drive, which is the preferred design for listening rather than DJ use, providing lower motor noise and vibration than direct drive systems at this price. Build quality reflects Denon's manufacturing standards, feeling noticeably more substantial than generic budget players in the same price range. The honest limitations are consistent with all fully automatic machines at this price. The cartridge is a sealed unit that cannot be upgraded without replacing the entire headshell assembly, which limits your ability to improve the sound over time without significant work. The sound quality, while good for casual listening, does not match the Fluance RT82 above it in detail retrieval and overall fidelity. But for the buyer who wants reliable, hands-off vinyl playback from a brand with a genuine audio pedigree at a price that does not require a major commitment, the DP-29F is the most credible automatic option in this tier.
Number 3. The Sony PS-LX310BT, the best entry-level turntable for wireless listening. Number 3 is the Sony PS-LX310BT, and this is the turntable that Reviewed.com described as the least expensive, easiest to set up, and most straightforward to use of all the turntables they tested, and Record Builds called it one of the best beginner turntables for anyone who wants clean sound, Bluetooth convenience, and zero setup hassle. It comes in at around $190 to $210, and it solves the one problem that every other turntable on this list leaves unsolved: wireless connectivity. Bluetooth pairing takes seconds and works reliably with speakers, soundbars, and headphones. Once connected, playback starts automatically with no cable between the turntable and your listening device. For a modern living room where cables are inconvenient, or for a bedroom setup where a Bluetooth speaker is all you have, the PS-LX310BT opens up vinyl listening in a way that wired-only turntables cannot match. The setup experience is genuinely as simple as any turntable gets. There is no counterweight to balance, no tone arm to calibrate, no anti-skating weight to set. You take it out of the box, plug it in, and it is ready to play. The fully automatic operation handles tone arm placement at the start of the record and return at the end of the side. The 3-level gain switch on the built-in preamp is a feature that more expensive turntables sometimes omit, allowing you to match the output level to whatever amplifier or speaker system you are using. A USB port on North American versions allows direct digital recording of your vinyl collection to a computer. The tinted dust cover enhances the minimalist aesthetic that makes this one of the better-looking turntables at this price. The honest limitations are real. Reviewed.com noted the sound quality as underwhelming compared to the Fluance RT82, lacking the depth and warmth that define the vinyl listening experience at its best. And unlike the Crosley C6 below it, the cartridge cannot be upgraded, meaning the factory sound is the permanent ceiling. But for a first-time buyer who wants wireless convenience, zero setup complexity, and a fully automatic Sony-engineered machine, nothing on this list delivers that combination as cleanly.
Number 2 is the Audio-Technica AT-LP60X, the most recommended entry-level turntable in the world. At number 2, the Audio-Technica AT-LP60X, and this is the machine that has been the default first turntable recommendation from the vinyl community, audio journalists, and independent reviewers for years running. It comes in at around $130 to $150, and it earns that sustained reputation through a combination of reliable performance, Audio-Technica's audio engineering credentials, and a price that makes it the easiest yes in this entire category. The master switch called it a good budget turntable that is easy to set up and use, and it sets the benchmark for accessibility in this tier.
The dual moving magnet cartridge is Audio-Technica's own design, and it performs at a level that justifies the brand's audio reputation at this price point. The tone arm is a straight design that tracks records more accurately than the J-shaped designs found on some competing machines, contributing to better channel separation and reduced distortion in the highest frequencies. The fully automatic operation handles tone arm placement and return, making it as user-friendly as the Sony above it. The built-in phono preamp allows connection to any powered speaker or amplifier without additional hardware. Both 33 and 45 RPM speeds are supported with a single selector switch. The AT-LP60X is available in multiple finish options, including black, silver, white, and red, making it the most visually customizable option on this list for buyers who want the turntable to fit a specific room aesthetic. A Bluetooth version, the AT-LP60X-BT, adds wireless connectivity at around $20 more if that feature is important to you. The honest limitations are consistent with what the master switch noted. Dynamic range is the area where the LP60X falls short compared to more expensive machines, particularly on recordings with wide volume variation. The cartridge, like the Sony, cannot be upgraded without replacing the entire head shell. And the plastic construction, while functional, does not communicate the premium feel that the Fluance above it delivers. But as the most proven, most recommended, and most accessible entry-level turntable available from one of the most respected names in audio technology, the AT-LP60X earns its position as the default starting point recommendation for most people entering vinyl.
And here is the number one, the Fluance RT82. Review.com praised its sound quality and described it as looking and feeling like a more expensive turntable with great sound that can be made even better with an easily upgradable cartridge. It comes in at around $250 to $300 and delivers a combination of build quality, audio performance, and upgrade potential that no other budget turntable at this price can match. The headline is the cartridge. The RT82 ships with an Audiophile Super OM10, which is a significant specification at this price point. Audiophile is one of the most respected cartridge manufacturers in the world, and the Super OM10 delivers detail retrieval, channel separation, and tracking accuracy that Audio-Technica's and Sony's factory cartridges cannot reach. This is the difference you hear when you put the RT82 next to the AT-LP60X on the same system with the same record. The Fluance sounds more open, more detailed, and more natural because the cartridge is doing a better job of reading the groove. The upgrade path is also the most accessible of any machine on this list. The RT82 uses a standard half-inch head shell mount, and the tone arm has adjustable tracking force and anti-skating, which means a $50 cartridge upgrade is a straightforward afternoon project rather than an engineering challenge. The auto-stop mechanism lifts the tone arm at the end of the record automatically, protecting both the stylus and the record from damage if you forget to return the tone arm manually. The platter is a heavy, balanced aluminum design that provides better rotational stability and lower wow and flutter than the lighter plastic platters on competing budget machines. Wow and flutter is the measurement of how consistently the platter maintains its correct speed, and lower numbers translate directly into more accurate pitch reproduction, which is why audiophiles pay attention to this specification. The motor speed sensor ensures stable platter rotation across both 33 and 45 RPM. The wood grain finish on the base and the overall construction quality make the RT82 look considerably more expensive than its price suggests. No built-in Bluetooth is present, which is the honest trade-off versus the Sony above it, and there is no USB recording capability. But as a pure vinyl playback machine that produces sound quality well above its price point and gives you a genuine upgrade path as your interest in the hobby grows, the Fluance RT82 is the clear number one in the budget and entry-level turntable category.
Here is the direct answer. If you want the most upgradable machine at the lowest price with better dynamic range than the AT-LP60X, the Crosley C6 at around $170 is the most forward-thinking budget option.
If you want fully automatic operation from a brand with genuine audio heritage and you do not care about wireless connectivity or cartridge upgrades, the Denon DP-29F is the most credible automatic machine in this tier. If wireless Bluetooth is your priority and you want the simplest possible setup experience with Sony engineering behind it, the PS-LX310BT is the answer. If you want the most proven, most recommended entry-level turntable from the most respected name in consumer audio technology at the lowest price on this list, the Audio-Technica AT-LP60X is the default choice. And if you want the best-sounding budget turntable available right now, with an Audiphone cartridge, a heavy aluminum platter, auto-stop protection, and a genuine upgrade path, the Fluance RT82 is the clear number one. Links to all 5 in the description. Hit like if this helped, and subscribe for more honest buying guides.